Hello and welcome to the Philippines. House and lot options in subdivisions. The purpose of this video is to give you a little bit of an idea of some of the options in the Cebu City area, at least, and I think give you some ideas. This is Greenwood Subdivision in up in Talamban, kind of on the north side of Cebu City. And here is here's a river that's running through here. I'll show you some maps here in a little bit, give you an idea where it's at. They just very recently put these concrete water barriers up. One of the last big rains washed out a lot of the bank, some of the houses that were right down by the bank area, I think. And you get some of the my friend who invited me up. We're going to take a look at his house here in a little bit. He's been doing some remodeling. Bought a house in this subdivision a few years ago for, I think he said, 3.2 million pesos, which would be about 64,000 US dollars. And he thought it was a pretty good deal. And anyway, we're going to take a little bit of a walk around here. Now, there are a number of foreigners who live in this subdivision, and it's quite a large subdivision. There are many subdivisions in this area. You can see some of them even from some of the higher places. Go up this road a bit. Got Americans, got Dutch, you have Germans. Anyway, here's a map up there at the very top, that red marker, and a little more realistic view. You can see you're up in the foothills a little bit, outside of, on the north side of Cebu City, a little bit closer, zoomed in look at the area, and there again you can see the river and where the subdivision is there. And anyway, we're going to walk around a little bit, give you an idea a little bit about some of the houses in the area. And here is just to the left is the house that he has moved into and is remodeling, adding on to. The contractors usually live on site here in the Philippines, and that is their little shack they put up. And a number of them live there. They go home on weekends, whatever province they're from, I guess. And anyway, he's doing quite extensive. He had a few issues. There are a couple of bugs. Termites is one you have to be aware of in the Philippines and many parts of the world. In Phoenix, Arizona, many parts of the U.S., many areas around the world. There's another bug, and I forget the name. I'll come up with it here a little later. After we walk around the neighborhood, we go in, and bugs can get into your wood, and he had to clear out the pretty much all the wood cabinetry in the kitchen. And door sills, not the termites, this other bug was in the door sill, and even some of the furniture that he had bought put in there, and then he found these little bugs were eating away at it, and I'll show you that. Anyway, some pretty nice, good-sized houses up here that various people from different nationalities, as well as Filipinos, I'm sure, have built up in this area, and still a lot of he told me when he first looked at this, I think it was 5 or 6 years ago. I think he said 2015, 2016 time period. He said a lot of this was just completely covered in trees and brush, and since then a lot of the people have bought various lots. I suspect that there are many left still, but anyway, he tells me that the lots are listed at 10,000 pesos per square meter. I looked online. I found a number listed online for 11,000 pesos per square meter. So somebody bought in early on, got them a little bit cheaper, and they're trying to make a little bit of profit. Nice little go-kart. Gosh, I wish I had that when I was a kid. Sweet little car there for running around the neighborhood. I will put some contact information in the description of the video if anybody's interested in looking at any of the land up here and or houses that might be for sale. And I don't have details on what's for sale right now, so I'm just giving you an idea of what's available. And a lot of There's a number of subdivisions up in the foothills. Camella Homes. In fact, when we were up here, we could see a big Camella home subdivision just off, very close, huge development. And a number of others as you get into the foothills. There are a number of older subdivisions in the city itself that you can find homes for rent or homes for sale. The owner of this house that we're going to look at told me that one of the issues he had as the construction went on, he bought a built house, but as he was adding on and remodeling, one of the issues, and I'm sure this happens all over the world, but in this particular situation, materials were not showing up on time, and then the construction guys were standing around without much to do at some time. So having somebody really managing that and on top of that at all times obviously is very important. As you can see, there's some pretty nice houses up in this subdivision, and I think you'll find the same. I will also put a link to another subdivision that I walked partway down from this area back towards Cebu City, and I will put a link at the end of this video. Prevea Hills, I believe. I did a video there. Another rather much more expensive, higher end type subdivision, but there are options. Now let's go inside and take a look. First, here's some of the furniture, the Bukboks, the bugs that will eat away. Not termites. Termites will do the same thing, but these are Bukboks. B-U-K-B-O-K, I believe is the way it's spelled. And outside in the door frame too. I'll show you where they've been eating away. I think he said he's paying an exterminator once a month or so to come in and spray, help eliminate all these issues. I forget how much he was spending each month to get that done. But anyway, it's something to consider. He has replaced some of his wood furniture with plastic furniture. Different things. You can use metal, plastic, concrete, and that's one of the reasons why you see almost everything built here being built in concrete. It's a little bit of the construction going on. We'll go upstairs and take a look at some of the remodeling going on there as well. And there is still land for sale, and there's a look at a little bit of the living room area. Tried not to get, there were several people in the house at the time, and just for their privacy, tried to keep from getting anybody in the video for the most part. And nice big dining area. They had to replace a lot of these. These were wooden kitchen cabinets. They had to replace those. They were full of termites. And then we'll go upstairs here. And there again, this house is not for rent or for sale. I'm just showing you some of the options, what you might find as you start looking. And he thought he found an awful good deal. He found it in an ad many years ago, went and looked at it and said, I got to have that house. And sounds like he got a really good deal at, I think he said 3.2 million pesos. So anyway, we're upstairs, and you got a couple bedrooms there. We'll take a quick look in one of them later. The other one we won't. Got the CR here. And a lot of remodeling going on. So they're living in kind of like a corner of the house where when all this remodeling is going on. I think this is the master bedroom here. And they've got a real nice, in fact, they got a kind of like a jacuzzi tub in there. We'll look at that. And ceiling fans around. Got your split type aircon set up. Nice little deck out here. Oh, he was telling me there was a big tree across the street that was giving them almost full shade, and whoever is building next door took that tree down, and now they have mostly full sun. So some of the things you can factor in as you look at building or moving in someplace. but there are people who have bought a lot of these lots. And there's the CR there. Take a quick peek in there. Some of the construction going on. But when you own your own place, the nice thing is you can do what you want with it, pretty much. Condominium or house. So nice tub there. Of course, if you're going to do this kind of thing, you want to get the proper permits. Have somebody signed off on all that type of thing, so you don't get in trouble. You don't want them to fine you big time and make you tear something down. But anyway, up here, this is the third floor attic, whatever you want to call it, and they made it into a little bit of a children's area. Got plenty of air ventilation, but can get a little warm. Hot air rises, of course. So they do have an air conditioning unit up there in case they need it. Gets too warm. And a little bit of look, you can see they are in the foothills. Talamban being on the north part of the Cebu City metropolitan area. It is on basically the north side. And they've also got a CR up there. We'll look at that. And then they have he's been doing some changing the wiring around and putting in some heavier duty wiring up there. So that's the situation there. Doing some new wiring that'll still has a ways to go. So anyway, this is I think they've got construction going on. They're just storing things any place they can get. Anyway, here's another look at the layout of the subdivision there. So anyway, just to give you some idea, I'll put a link to the realtor JRC Kako Realty. He's the same guy that owns the JRC Visa Consultancy. So I'll put his contact information if you're interested in any properties up in this area. Thanks for watching. Stay healthy, stay safe. Hopefully we can travel soon again, and I'll see you next time.